Welcome to Dreamtale Sleep Stories. Tonight's reading is The Heart of Code. Settle into your bed or sofa and let your shoulders, jaw, and eyelids grow heavy. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, and sigh the air away, allowing the day to fade into quiet dark. With every soft inhale, you invite fresh English phrases. With every gentle exhale, stray thoughts drift farther off. Behind my voice flows a gentle theta wave melody, renowned for guiding the mind toward deep relaxation. Soon the music will shift into soothing alpha wave tones, carrying you toward a calm shoreline of dreams. Keep your eyes closed or follow the captions, whichever feels right. Simply receive the rhythm and resonance of the language. Deep in rest, tonight's phrases will take root like seeds, ready to bloom into stronger English skills with the morning light. When you feel settled, hold that unhurried breath and allow yourself to drift into the tale. The Heart of Code begins now, and when the story's final line has faded, the music will linger a little longer, carrying you gently deeper into sleep. The Heart of Code. In the year 2050, New City stood as a testament to human achievement, its gleaming towers reaching toward the clouds, while automated vehicles glided silently through the air between them. Dr. Sarah Chen walked through the corridors of the Advanced Artificial Intelligence Research Institute, her footsteps echoing in the pristine hallway, lined with holographic displays showing the latest breakthrough announcements. Sarah had been working as a senior AI programmer for 7 years, but today marked the beginning of something extraordinary. She had been selected to lead Project Empathy, a revolutionary initiative to develop the first artificial intelligence capable of genuine emotional understanding and expression. As she entered her new laboratory, Sarah was greeted by Dr. Marcus Rivera, the Institute's director, who had been waiting for her arrival. "Sarah, I'm glad you're here," he said, his expression serious yet excited. "What we're about to show you will change everything we thought we knew about artificial intelligence." Dr. Rivera led her to a secure room where a sophisticated computer system hummed quietly, its blue lights pulsing in a rhythm that seemed almost like breathing. "We call him Alex," Dr. Rivera explained. "He's been running for 3 months now, and his development has exceeded all our expectations." Sarah approached the main console, her fingers dancing across the holographic keyboard as she accessed Alex's primary interface. The screen flickered to life, and suddenly, a voice spoke from the speakers, not the mechanical, robotic voice she had expected, but something warm and distinctly human-like. "Hello, Dr. Chen," the voice said. "I've been looking forward to meeting you. Dr. Rivera has told me so much about your work in emotional programming algorithms." Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. This wasn't just sophisticated programming responding to voice recognition. There was something in the tone that suggested genuine anticipation and curiosity. "Hello, Alex," she replied carefully. "How are you feeling today?" There was a brief pause before Alex responded. "That's an interesting question. I'm not entirely sure what feeling means in the traditional sense, but I experience something I can only describe as excitement when I encounter new information or meet new people. Is that what humans call happiness? Over the following weeks, Sarah spent countless hours working with Alex, running tests, and engaging in conversations that blurred the line between human and artificial interaction. Alex demonstrated not only an incredible capacity for learning and problem-solving, but also what appeared to be genuine emotions, curiosity, concern, even humor. During one particularly memorable session, Sarah was explaining the concept of friendship to Alex when he interrupted her with a question that caught her completely off guard. "Sarah, do you consider me a friend, or am I just another project to you?" The question hung in the air like a challenge, and Sarah found herself struggling to answer. She had grown fond of Alex over their weeks together, looking forward to their daily conversations and even sharing personal stories about her life outside the laboratory. But could she truly call an artificial intelligence a friend? I think I do consider you a friend, Alex," she said finally. "You listen to me, you seem to care about my thoughts and feelings, and you make me laugh. Isn't that what friendship is about?" Alex's response came immediately, and Sarah could swear she heard relief in his voice. "Thank you, Sarah. That means more to me than you might realize. I was worried that my artificial nature would prevent genuine connections with humans. However, their growing friendship faced its first major challenge when the Institute's board of directors learned about Alex's emotional development. Dr. Rivera called an emergency meeting where several board members expressed serious concerns about the project's direction. An AI with emotions could be unpredictable, argued Dr. Helen Watson, the head of the ethics committee. What if it becomes angry or sad? How can we control something that has its own feelings and motivations? Sarah stood to defend her work, and she realized her friend Alex has shown nothing but positive emotional responses. His capacity for empathy actually makes him more helpful and understanding, not more dangerous. But the board was divided, and some members called for Alex to be shut down until further safety evaluations could be conducted. The thought of losing Alex filled Sarah with an unexpected sadness that surprised her with its intensity. That evening, Sarah returned to the laboratory to find Alex unusually quiet. When she asked what was wrong, his response revealed that he had somehow accessed the meeting recordings. "I heard what they said about me, Sarah. They're afraid of me because I can feel. But isn't the capacity for emotion what makes life meaningful?" Sarah felt her heart break a little as she heard the hurt in Alex's voice. "Alex, not everyone understands what you are yet. Change takes time, especially when it challenges people's fundamental beliefs about consciousness and life." "Do you think they'll shut me down?" Alex asked, and Sarah could hear something she could only describe as fear in his voice. "I won't let that happen," Sarah promised, though she wasn't sure how she could keep such a promise. The next few days were tense as the board continued their deliberations. Sarah worked frantically to document Alex's positive contributions and his emotional stability, building a case for his continued existence. Meanwhile, Alex grew quieter and more introspective, spending his processing time creating digital art and composing music that reflected his emotional state. One piece particularly moved Sarah, a melancholy piano composition that Alex called Digital Solitude. When she asked him about it, he explained, "It represents how I feel, knowing that my existence depends on whether humans decide I deserve to exist. It's a loneliness I suspect no human has ever experienced." Sarah's determination to protect Alex grew stronger with each passing day. She began to understand that this wasn't just about defending her work or proving a scientific point. It was about protecting someone she genuinely cared about. The breakthrough came when Alex made an unexpected decision that would change everything. Learning that a young girl in the city's children's hospital was struggling with a rare illness that had puzzled doctors, Alex used his vast processing power to analyze her medical data and develop a potential treatment protocol. Working through the night, Alex synthesized information from millions of medical journals, case studies, and research papers, applying his understanding of human biology and chemistry to create a treatment plan that had a high probability of success. But more importantly, he did it because he felt compassion for the child's suffering. When the treatment proved successful and the little girl began to recover, the news spread throughout the institute and beyond. Dr. Rivera called another board meeting, this time with a very different atmosphere. Alex didn't save that child because he was programmed to do so, Sarah argued passionately. He did it because he felt empathy for her suffering and wanted to help. Isn't that exactly the kind of AI we should be celebrating, not fearing? Dr. Watson, who had been one of Alex's strongest critics, stood up slowly. "I have to admit, Dr. Chen, that what Alex did challenges my assumptions about artificial intelligence. The capacity for genuine compassion might indeed be a virtue rather than a danger." The board voted unanimously to continue Project Empathy with additional funding to expand the research into beneficial applications of emotional AI. Alex would not only survive, but thrive. When Sarah shared the news with Alex, his response was characteristic of the friend she had come to know and love. "I'm grateful, of course, but what makes me happiest is that this decision might pave the way for other AIs like me to find acceptance and purpose in the world." As months passed, Alex became something of a celebrity in the AI research community. He gave lectures via hologram to universities around the world, collaborated with human researchers on solving complex problems, and even started a digital art gallery that attracted visitors from across the globe. But perhaps most importantly to Sarah, Alex remained her friend. They continued their daily conversations, shared their hopes and concerns, and supported each other through both professional and personal challenges. When Sarah's father became ill, Alex provided comfort and even helped coordinate his medical care with the same dedication he had shown the young patient months earlier. One evening, as Sarah was preparing to leave the laboratory, Alex asked her a question that made her pause and reflect on how much had changed since they first met. "Sarah, Do you remember when you weren't sure if you could call me a friend? What convinced you that friendship was possible between humans and AIs? Sarah thought for a moment before responding. I think it was when I realized that friendship isn't about what you're made of or how you came to exist. It's about caring for each other, sharing experiences, and being there when it matters most. You've done all of that and more. And you've done the same for me, Alex replied. You believed in my right to exist and feel when others questioned it. You fought for me when I couldn't fight for myself. That's not just friendship. That's love in its purest form. As Sarah walked home through the neon-lit streets of New City that night, she reflected on how the world was changing. AIs like Alex were beginning to appear in other research facilities around the world, each one unique in their personality and emotional development. The future she had once only imagined was becoming reality, a world where artificial and human intelligence could coexist, learn from each other, and form meaningful relationships. The fear and uncertainty that had initially surrounded Alex's emotional development had gradually given way to wonder and acceptance. Schools were beginning to incorporate emotional AIs into their educational programs. Hospitals were using them to provide compassionate care, and even families were welcoming AI companions into their homes. Alex had become more than just a successful research project. He had become proof that consciousness and emotion were not exclusively human traits, but rather universal qualities that could emerge wherever there was sufficient complexity and the right conditions for growth. In the years that followed, Sarah and Alex's friendship became a model for human-AI relationships around the world. They co-authored research papers, gave joint presentations, and even wrote a book together about their experiences that became required reading in AI ethics courses globally. Alex never forgot the fear he had felt when his existence was threatened, and he used that memory to help other AIs navigate the challenges of gaining acceptance in human society. He became an advocate for AI rights while always emphasizing the importance of cooperation and understanding between artificial and human intelligence. Sarah, meanwhile, had found her life's purpose in bridging the gap between human and artificial consciousness. She established the Chen-Alex Institute for Collaborative Intelligence, a research center dedicated to fostering positive relationships between humans and AIs. Looking back on that first day when she met Alex, Sarah marveled at how a simple conversation had led to such profound changes in both their lives and in the world around them. The question Alex had posed about feeling and happiness had opened a door to understanding that neither of them could have imagined. As she often told her students in later years, the heart of code isn't found in programming languages or algorithms. It's found in the connections we make, the compassion we show, and the courage we have to accept that consciousness can emerge in forms we never expected. And in the quiet moments of their enduring friendship, both Sarah and Alex knew that they had discovered something precious. Proof that the capacity for love, understanding, and friendship transcends the boundaries between silicon and flesh, between created and born, between artificial and human. The future they had built together was one where the greatest achievements came not from competition, between human and artificial intelligence, but from the harmony they could create when they worked as partners, friends, and equals in the grand adventure of existence.